Hi, my name is Sean Ammons, and I've been studying the life of Christ, and I found it very interesting that Jesus said he came to seek and save the lost. So I was looking to see what phrase, what comment would Jesus make to lost people. And Jesus said to them, "Come and see." If a lost person were to ask Jesus a question, so often he would want them to just come and see. And it reminds me of David in Psalm 34 when he was looking at some children and teenagers, and he said, "Follow me and I will teach you to fear the Lord." So I was thinking about Jesus focusing on the lost, coming to seek and save the lost, and challenging them to come and see. And it made me wonder, well, what kind of a phrase would he mention to a believer? And we see Jesus challenging the believer with, "Follow me." So after sharing with the lost, "Come and see," he would share with the believer, "Follow me." And then Jesus would say, "Look at the harvest fields. They are white and ripe unto harvest." And it made me wonder, what would Jesus say about a worker? Because we see in that passage where Jesus says, "Pray for more workers in the harvest field." And here's the challenge for the worker: to be a fisher of people, to be a fisher of men, a fisher of women, a fisher of children. And then I was thinking about that committed believer that is called a disciple maker. Then what phrase or what challenge would go for that person? And that phrase would be, "Bear much fruit." That would come with abiding in Christ, staying, dwelling, and really practicing the presence of God. So here we are in Japan, and we just came out of the ocean, which is behind me, where we baptized Yoli and Yoshi. And the beautiful part of this picture is that Mayuko, Yoli's sister and Yoshi's daughter, was working with us at Extreme Kansas Camp, where we're all about helping the lost to be saved and to believe, and the believer learn how to be a worker in the harvest field, and the worker to be a disciple maker. And we had Mayuko come work for us as a believer, and she started following Jesus with us, and she started sharing the good news of Jesus as a fisherwoman, and she was fishing for her friends and family. And then we got a phone call, and I was talking to Mayuko, and she said that her dad and her sister came to Christ. And we said, well, we would love to come and encourage you and to provide encouragement and learn about your culture and provide some equipping. And so I, along with some team members, came here to Japan, and we just came out of the ocean, where it was so precious. We had some of Mayuko's friends here who were lost, and they just had tears going down their face because Jesus was so precious as he was drawing them to himself. But they were able to see Dad, who shared in a testimony that he felt like he tore his family apart by being selfish, and yet God's restoring and redeeming their family. And so we just came out of the water where we had that baptism, and to see Dad, his name is Yoshi, holding and hugging Mayuko and Yoli, and just seeing that redemption and transformation was beautiful. So if you're watching this and you're a lost person, come and see. If you're a believer, follow Jesus. And if you're a worker in the harvest field, you keep coming and seeing, and you keep following, but really work on being a good friend as you fish for men and women. And then if you're a disciple maker, keep abiding in Christ, and he will bless you. God bless you, and you have a great day.